Manisha, Priyam, biggest achievement, biggest failure.
So I think after initial hiccups, the COVID vaccine distribution would be a huge achievement, evidence of course correction, and once this government got down to the ground, they did it. Whoever required it in whatever area, free, nobody talked about freebie. It got there,
Right.
it reached there,
Biggest
and India
failure?
was vaccinated. So that's a huge achievement. Now, biggest failure, I have two. I think the issue of unemployment of first generation learners and youth, huge failure, and especially in the Hindi heartland states where you have the maximum number of seats and the Hindutva pot boiler is running there full scale. And I think I associate this also with increasing divisiveness of society, poked on by hate speeches for which there is political and institutional immunity. That must stop immediately. Let there be differences, let there be political competition. But hate speeches
I take your point. A more divided society, you believe, is one of the failures, of this government. Professor Govt, biggest achievement, biggest failure.
Government is that they've been pushing the ideological agenda of the RSS, which is antithetical to our constitutional vision and has pushed the country back by hundreds of years and caused even more division. In terms of its failures, the biggest failure is on the economic front, and in the process, the inability to encash our potential demographic dividend. They've let down our hundreds of crores of youth, and this is something that we are not going to be able to overcome. It's going to take decades of other governments to turn things around.
Okay, Sovan Dasgupta, you've got a minute. Biggest achievement, biggest failure.
Good to be a member of a proud and cultural assertive country, which is what India has become after many hiccups over the past decades. And it's a process which is still going on. Unfortunately, I would say that this process is not always been translated into every section of the political class. So I think one of the biggest incomplete projects of this government, I wouldn't call it a failure, but incomplete projects of this government, which hasn't been given too much attention, is the need to have a political class which actually corresponds with the vision of your larger vision of society. And that, alas, is not there as yet.
Let's leave it there. In those statements that each of you have made, perhaps lies what I believe is the way this country is often seen, as a 50-50 country. There will be those who will see the glass as half full, others who will certainly see it as half empty. The last 9 years clearly have polarized public opinion in that sense, and finding a middle ground is not easy. We've tried it on this show by giving you a diversity of opinion. Perhaps that's the way the media too needs to move forward. Encourage a billion voices.